On January 8, 1984, in the sold-out Los Angeles Coliseum, over 92,000 fans, the largest crowd in AFC Championship game history, cheered their Raiders on to victory over Seattle and onward to Super Bowl XVIII. From the start, an intimidating Raider defense dominated, with big plays by number 37, left corner Lester Hayes, and by number 22, right corner Mike Haynes. Raider mind and muscle overpowered Seahawk runners, and led by the big hits of number 77, Lyle Alzado, the silver and black held Seattle to just 167 yards, while racking up 4 quarterback sacks. Raider defenders attacked relentlessly, with tough coverage by linebackers like Jeff Barnes, number 56. Four times alert play and defensive design created interceptions, including another of the many key plays by number 55, fiery inside linebacker Matt Miller. Battle-hardened quarterback Jim Plunkett handled an offense that controlled the ball for 37 minutes, completing passes to receivers like number 80, speedster Malcolm Barnwell. More than 400 yards of offense, including 2 touchdowns by number 27, Frank Hawkins, were powered in part by the bruising offensive line of number 70, Henry Lawrence, Mickey Marvin, Dave Dalby, Charlie Hanna, and Bruce Davis. Number 46, All-Pro Todd Christensen, helped clear the way for number 32, the brilliant Marcus Allen, a 1,000-yard rusher for the season. Meticulous preparation by offensive assistants Sam Bogosian, Larry Kennan, Bob Meshach, Art Shell, Tom Walsh, and Ray Wilsey guided Marcus Allen's rush for 154 yards. Allen also caught 7 passes and totaled 216 yards, as these proud Raiders, under head coach Tom Flores, won another championship 30-14.
You guys were magnificent. We played a great football game. We dominated. We deserve to be the champs and represent this conference. We're going to Tampa, baby. We're going to.
For Tom Flores, the 1983 squad, and the Raiders' undaunted partners, the Tampa trip began in Cincinnati, where guard Charlie Hanna replaced the injured Kurt Marsh, and number 33, Kenny King, along with Marcus Allen, number 32, ripped through the Bengals. In this 200th consecutive game for linebacker Ted Hendricks, the defense dominated Cincinnati runners, receivers, and passers. Number 71, talented rookie Bill Pickel, had 2 sacks, and Pro Bowl-bound Howie Long, number 75, helped seal a 20-10 triumph. A home win over Houston was followed by a Monday night challenge from Miami, in which scores by halfback Greg Pruitt and tight end Todd Christensen sparked the offense. The defense featured fierce tacklers like Ted Watts, Rod Martin, Van McElroy, and Irvin Phillips, while turnovers were created by aggressive backs like James Davis, number 45. Pressure meant big plays, the biggest of which is described by the veteran radio voice of the Raiders, KRLA's Bill King.
Woodley back. There they go out. Here's a rush. He's hit. He fumbles. Ball throws it to 35. After it is Townsend. Puts it up to the 40, to the 50. Rumping to the 45, to the 40. He has a blocker. Greg Townsend racing 65 yards with a recovered fumble. Electrifies the LA Coliseum. Lattimore.
Save that one for the highlight film, Bill. That one's definitely going in.
Mastery over Miami added to the Los Angeles Raiders' incredible Monday night record. In week 4, the Raiders traveled to Denver's Mile High Stadium, where intimidating defense confronted the Broncos, and where John Elway was welcomed by Ted Hendricks and by Van McElroy, number 26, who intercepted twice. The Raiders recorded 5 sacks, 2 by number 93, ferocious rookie defensive end Greg Townsend. And while the defensive line pillaged the Bronco pass pocket, the offensive line of Davis, Hanna, Dalby, Marvin, and Lawrence allowed time to find number 21, Cliff Branch, for 2 touchdowns and a 22-7 victory. Next, a cross-country trip to Washington found Raider defenders recording 6 more sacks, 5 of them by powerful third-year pro Howie Long. With Marcus Allen sidelined, the Raiders threw for almost 400 yards, including 112 yards and 2 touchdowns by Calvin Muhammad, number 82, plus a record-setting entry in the Raiders' exciting long passing tradition.
Play fake, Plunkett back, throwing, way up the field, Branch plenty of room, makes the catch at the 35, the 50, the 40, the 30, he's going all the way, 99 yards, touchdown Raiders, holy Toledo.
Another record was Greg Pruitt's 97-yard punt return, with blocks by Darrell Byrd, Tony Caldwell, Otis McKinney, and Rick Burns. But one of the greatest games of recent years was decided by turnovers, as the Redskins came back 37-35. Returning to Los Angeles for Week 6, the hostile Raiders hounded and pounded Kansas City with 5 more sacks and punishing play by number 51 veteran linebacker Bob Nelson. Jim Plunkett, utilizing Raider receiving depth, hit number 28 Cleve Montgomery, then went to the league's top pass catcher in 1983, tight end Todd Christensen, number 46. Marcus Allen demonstrated his passing skill with a touchdown to gifted rookie Dokie Williams, number 85, as the Raiders remained atop the tough AFC West. After a 2-point Raider loss in Seattle, number 6 Mark Wilson started in Dallas, and a huge national television audience saw Pro Sports' winningest team explode for 519 yards against the previously undefeated Cowboys. Number 31, tight end Derek Jensen scored an important early touchdown, and Raider running back showed their versatility as number 32, Marcus Allen, displayed multiple talents as a runner and as a receiver. And the Raider attack was complemented perfectly by tenacious fullback Frank Hawkins.
Wilson goes back with a play fake, has time. He's throwing down the right side. Hawkins, touchdown Raiders!
Third-year pro Frank Hawkins demonstrated his versatility, not only by catching a touchdown pass, but also by rushing for 118 yards and another Raider touchdown. The silver and black defense controlled the vaunted Cowboy ground game and came up with timely interceptions by cornerback Ted Watts, number 20, and by safety Otis McKinney, number 23. Then came another last-second drive that gave meaning to the Raiders' commitment to excellence.
Wilson back again, steps up, throws. Williams wide open on an out pattern. First and goal to go. Wilson will hold the spot. The kick, it is good at Barr with a 26-yard field goal.
Chris Barr's kick behind Shelby Jordan, Don Mosbar, Ed Moransky, and Don Hasselbeck gave the Raiders a 40-38 triumph. A trip to Kansas City followed a loss to Seattle, and Mark Wilson accounted for an early score with a perfect pass to Frank Hawkins. But Wilson later suffered a broken shoulder, and field leadership returned to the remarkable veteran Jim Plunkett. With Cliff Branch injured, Plunkett made good use of younger receivers like Malcolm Barnwell, Calvin Muhammad, and number 85, Dokie Williams, as the Raiders' explosive offense rolled on. The defense attacked, led by Howie Long, Mike Davis, Reggie Kinlaw, and number 58, Jack Squirick. The clincher came from number 53, outstanding linebacker Rod Martin, who converted turnover to touchdown as the Raiders remained atop the division with a 28-20 win. After 10 weeks, the Raiders were 7-3, and loyal Los Angeles fans came out to support their drive for an 11th division championship. In a tight struggle with the contending Broncos, the Raiders overcame a 10-point deficit and again gave Denver passers and ball carriers constant pressure, from the young warriors of the AFC's top pass rush to the gallant veterans of the Silver and Black Defensive Brigade. Hunter Ray Guy performed superbly on special teams, as did Kenny Hill, Steve Sylvester, Chester Willis, Jeff Barnes, and David Hum.
Hum will hold. Tension abounds. Snap, spot, kick on the way. Good! Chris Barr from 40!
Raider special teams again met the challenge, as Chris Barr's kick meant victory 22-20. The next week in Buffalo, the combative Raiders closed down the Bills' running game, and veterans Ted Hendricks, Lyle Alzado, and Rod Martin created interception for Lester Hayes and number 36, Mike Davis. The offense slashed for over 400 yards, with Kenny King and Marcus Allen leading the way. But Chris Barr again had the dramatic last word.
3 seconds remaining. Barr's ready. Shelby snaps. It's spotted. It's kicked. It's good! And the Raiders have won!
In San Diego, Todd Christensen moved closer to his season's total of 92 receptions, an NFL record for tight ends.
Jensen in motion all the way across. Quick toss to Allen. Fakes left, comes back right, throwing deep. Christensen open, makes the catch at the 5. Touchdown Raiders! Holy Toledo! Plunkett, play fake, back, looking at the end zone. Which one? Christensen! Touchdown Raiders! As Plunkett really hung that one on a rail, a frozen rope. It's to Christensen. He makes a one-handed catch. Touchdown Raiders!
The feared Raider defense also shown on the Thursday night telecast with 6 sacks and 4 turnovers, including interceptions by strong safety Mike Davis and by free safety Van McElroy, and still another touchdown return by Rod Martin. Los Angeles overcame a 10-point deficit to score 42 unanswered points, and including a victory over the Giants a week earlier, had won 5 in a row. Following a loss to St. Louis, Raider game breakers were ready for the Charger rematch. This time, Raider offensive might struck for almost 500 yards, featuring the lethal speed of Cliff Branch, number 2 receiver in club history, who scored the 67th touchdown of his distinguished career. The '83 season was a fitting tribute to courageous Raider partner Ed McGaw, who passed away in September. Since 1963, when Al Davis pledged to build the greatest organization in sports, the Raiders have totally dominated pro football and all other sports in terms of consistent victory, easily topping baseball's best, the Baltimore Orioles. Basketball's best, the Boston Celtics. And hockey's best, the Montreal Canadiens. Only these amazing Raiders top a .700 winning percentage these 21 years. For 3 memorable decades, the Raider organization has had the greatest players, the greatest coaches, and played in football's greatest games. This tradition of greatness continued in 1983, when Willie Brown became the 3rd Raider in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. New Year's Day, 1984. Over 92,000 Los Angeles fans witnessed the AFC playoff against the Central Division champion Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, here we go. Stout back, sets up, delivers one to Sweeney, intercepted Hayes, 18-yard line, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Raiders! Lester Hayes!
Hayes' touchdown triggered a dominating defense, led by middle guards Reggie Kinlaw, number 62, and Johnny Robinson, number 68. 5 times, Steeler quarterbacks were sacked, thanks to aggressive strategy by defensive coaches Willie Brown, Chet Franklin, Earl Leggett, and Charlie Sumner. A Raider offense that would not be denied posted over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, one of them a reverse field gem by Kenny King. Frank Hawkins blasted across behind Derek Jensen and Shelby Jordan, and also helped clear the way for Marcus Allen, who went topside for still another Raider touchdown. Marcus Allen rushed for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns as he aided the Silver and Black to a 38-10 rout and a berth in the championship game for the 11th time in Raider history.
All right, we know it has to be done, and we know how to do it. I'm proud of you. You guys were great.
After devastating Seattle 30-14 for the AFC Championship, the Raiders were bound for glory and their 4th Super Bowl. Tom Flores and every wearer of silver and black were primed and ready.
This is it, gang. This is it.
The Raiders dominated the NFC champion Redskins in every way. First, special teams captain Derek Jensen, prepped by coach Steve Ortmeyer and assistant coach Terry Robisky, blocked a punt and recovered it for the game's first touchdown. Touchdown number 2 teamed passing partners Cliff Branch and Jim Plunkett. Dedicated pass protectors and aerial design based on attacking deep with pressure football, not percentage football. With number 62 middle guard Reggie Kinlaw controlling the center of Washington's line, the Raiders held the top-scoring team in NFL history to just 9 points and shut down powerful John Riggins, including a 4th and 1 play that made the final outcome obvious. playing with controlled fury, Raider defenders downed Joe Theismann 6 times, led by Rod Martin, Matt Millen and company. A Mike Davis safety blitz forced 1 turnover, while another blitz helped 6-time All-Pro Mike Haynes intercept. But the biggest turnover occurred just before halftime.
Theismann back, looks off to the left, he fires it out there, intercepted, Jack Squirrel, touchdown Raiders! I don't believe it! Holy Toledo!
We got 30 minutes of Raider football, baby. 30 minutes of Raider football, and it's all ours. No let up, no let up. Let's go!
There was no let-up, as these Raiders dominated, as no Super Bowl team ever had. From veterans like Alzado, Nelson, Guy, and Dave Stalls, to youngsters like Long, Townsend, Pickell, Jim Romano, Jack Squirek, and most valuable player Marcus Allen, who set a Super Bowl record with 191 yards rushing.
Here's a quick pitch. Going to the right is Allen back in the game. Cuts back at the 50. He may have a chance to go all the way. 45-40. Down to the 30. One man has an angle. Washington finally gets him and pulls him out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Holy Toledo, Marcus Allen. Plunkett giving the ball here to Allen. Cut back over the middle. Dances 3, 2, 1. Touchdown Raiders. A marvelous piece of zigzag dancing. 26-yard line. Plunkett giving to Allen, sending him wide left. He has to reverse his field, but he gets away for a moment. Comes back up to the middle of 30, 25-40. Breaks past 2 men at the 50, down to the 40, picking up a blocker. Holy Toledo! It's all over, and the Raiders have dominated beyond the wildest dreams of the most loyal Raider follower here or in any other universe.
Just win, baby.
I just want to say, 2 years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future. And with all the great teams we've had, I think today that this organization, this team, this coaching staff dominated so decisively that 2 things must be said. Not only, in my opinion, are you the greatest Raider team of all time, I think you're ranked with the great teams of all time that have ever played any professional sport.
Just win, baby.